Hey guys, how are you doing? I hope you're doing absolutely fine. So, welcome back to another war video. We're up against AE today, and I have a 7 fight war today, and it's going to be a very interesting war, and it's kind of embarrassing. You will see why. So, we are selecting our team. My team this war is going to be Valkyrie, Odin, and CGR. I think this is the first war I am playing CGR, and yeah, it was a decent experience. And CGR with power back boosts is just completely insane. So that's my team. So this first fight is going to be a Hulkling with Valkyrie. I've done this fight a lot of times. It's very basic fight. I've showed this to y'all on the channel as well. You just have to build your Pierce and Bulwark charges and get to a special to knock him down and throw the special in the block. So yeah, I've managed to get to 2 bulwarks and 3 Pierce, but I did not knock him down, but that's fine. It still does a decent amount of damage. It's going to slow me down a little bit, but that's not the end of the world. I'll just be going back to my special 2 again. This time I'll definitely be knocking him down before throwing my L2. So I get the 3rd bulwark there. Couple of hits, relic, heavy, and now I have the passive fury from the node. And there it is, the big SP2. Oh, look at how much the damage is. Although just 1%, that's silly. But yeah, he goes down, very comfortable fight. So next is Jessica, and Valkyrie is such a hard counter for Jessica, and I've taken this fight so many times on the channel. But those were on part 5, section 2. This is section 1. But simple fight, you just have to knock her down before throwing the special 2 to get the passive fury like we did last fight. So again, just building my charges, just doing what you're supposed to do with Valk. Slow fight, but very comfortable fight. That was the last fight of Valkyrie anyway. So the next five fights are going to be with CGR. I think CGR is actually making a debut for me in Alliance War, and this is the very first fight with CGR. It's going to be pretty embarrassing, this one. I'll be dropping all my Odin pre-fights over here just for some extra damage and stuff like that. But you'll see how impressive CGR is. Although this fight against Shocker, I completely was absolutely not on my mark. I knew how to do that fight. I had planned it out. Everything was sorted. But it didn't go as per the plan. So my first fight with CGR in Alliance War, here we go. So I had it all planned out. I knew that he'll go unblockable when he dashes in at 50 charges, and uh, he will be auto blocking my specials and stuff like that. And it's not really easy to retaliate his SP once. And that was the first mistake I did of this fight. I knew he will auto block, but yet I just somehow threw it, and again another mistake. But then I get that intercept in, and the fight is going pretty decent at this moment. And there I get clipped, and I got stunned there as well, and I was like, oh shoot. And again, that's the next mistake I make. I just, you know, get stunned over there, and now I'm just panicking. And that was the end of the fight for me. I was very frustrated after this fight. I was embarrassed first of all, because I was definitely not expecting to die on a shocker, which it was a shocker for me, to be honest. Well, but such things happen. You learn from your mistakes, and well, you get better at doing it. Although I going in knew how shocker works, I know his mechanics, when he'll go unblockable, when he'll auto block, and everything like that. But I just made a lot of silly mistakes, and that cost me a death. So this second run goes pretty simply well. So yeah, there I refrain throwing my speed 2, and I straight away go to my speed 3, which should have been done in the first fight, I guess. SP3 also does a pretty good amount of damage, along with that passive fury from the node. And just throw in my SP1 because it's going to be unblockable, so that's very safe. And that is how the fight was supposed to go, but unfortunately I didn't play up to the mark. And yeah, after that fight though, I was shivering because I had a lot of fights to take, and most of them were like pretty annoying fights. And up next is this Korg. CGR is a very good Korg counter. So good intercept, good start to the fight. Everything is going well as planned. And then I drop my SP2. That does a lot of damage. Get back to another SP2, but then Mighty Charge kicks in and the protection comes back on, and I push him to a special 3, and I was like, oh shoot, I can't be dying twice in one war. They'll be very embarrassing. And I think I have an INV boost on. Okay, so I guess I knew I'll be pushing him to a special 3, but then he becomes very aggressive over here. And I'm up in the corner against Korg when he has that unstoppable and unblockable thing going on. And I get to a special 3. Like I said, I was shivering after that shocker fight because that was a stupid death. And I just get myself out of the corner with that special 3 now. So I don't know, I just decided to throw this SP2 while the protection was on. I didn't want to take any risk, I just wanted to get out of this fight. Get that last bit of intercept and that special 2 will kill him off. Pretty sketchy fight if you ask me. So that shocker fight just shocked me. I mean, that was pretty nuts. So next we are taking an Emma Frost. And this is an unduped Emma Frost. So if you guys know unduped Emma Frost, the reverse controls are not there when she throws a special attack. And I knew that going in, but for some reason I was just thinking ki this is an unduped, this is a duped Emma. I don't know what was going on in my mind. I think the shocker thing was continuously playing. I should have taken a break after that fight, but I do get hit a few times and I'm very clueless of what's happening because I know how to evade Emma Frost special 1, and I take some damage, but I don't die on this fight. It will be just so silly to die. There I get heavy. That was the plan. I was just trying to bait her heavy to get my heavy out of the way and get the protection off, and then there I get hit by the SP1. So I drop that special 2, but protection comes back on. So again, that slows my fight down quite a bit. There I take the SP1 again in the face. So now I am at 54% and she is at 75% now. So I just decide to just lock it. So once Emma is armor broken, she is really a very easy champ to deal with because she won't be in a diamond form and it's very easy to play her. There I get a nice little intercept and yep, that was the end of Emma Frost. Pretty frosty fight, I guess. So this next fight I'll be taking is a photon on Hazard Shift, I think it was Incinerate and Shock. So I have an Odin pre-fight just to neglect the shock damage, and there's insult to injury there as well. But this is one of the smoothest fights I've ever done in Alliance for. It was so smooth, and people are kind of scared to fight Photon, but honestly, I feel she's not a very difficult champ to deal with once you know how to fight her. And I have a Photon at rank for myself, so I know how to deal with her. But you'll see this is a very smooth fight. I think I start with a power start one. Yep, I started the power start one to get to a special two as soon as possible. There it is, Hazard, Incinerate, Shock. I have all the Odin pre-fights. Get a nice intercept and get to my special two. And there I throw it. Almost back to another special two there. There I throw my special two again, and that's it. That is the end of the fight. This fight took 23 seconds and it was very smooth fight. I was very happy after that fight. So the last fight of this war is CGR against Adam Warlock. This is the first time I'm facing Adam Warlock in Alliance War. I don't even think I faced him in BGs apart from the event quest that happened. So I was kind of rusty in fighting him, but Warlock just came in clutch with his back-to-back special twos, and he's phenomenal, guys. Although I did die with him today, but I really love him, and I would want to play more of him as and when I get a chance to. So that SP2 was enough for me to almost get to my special 2 back again. So I'm faltered right now, and yep, again faltered, back in the corner. Not a good place to be at. So I'm at SP2. Throw in a couple of hits. I throw my special 2. Not a lot of crits. And he goes in the pod mode, so you're not supposed to hit him at that moment. And I have 11 armor breaks on him. And I throw that SP2. He reaches his SP3 almost, but a crit, and that was such an MVP there. And I got that fight out of the way. So a close war, but they died 2 more times and we won this war. So thank you so much for watching, guys, and have a great day. Cheers.